Howdy, howdy, folks. Happy Wednesday. Happy Chores stream. And for those of you who like to listen to me as you sleep, happy chores and snores. Chore night indeed, polycats. Or low polycats. Polycats. Welcome to Latin Buck and Low Polycats and Calzamar. Latin Buck started the random plant-based foods thing. Banana, cucumber, carrot. Hey there, Andrew P. Aubergine. Jen and Tonic, good to see you again. And the mystery lady's here. Let us. Why are we doing this? I don't know. Ask Latin Buck. Look, I don't make the rules. I just enforce them. I just follow them. So how are you fine folks doing tonight? Optimistic Pessimist is here just to say hi. You're playing D&D? Well, have fun and roll a lot of 20s. And make your DM sigh. My best advice ever. Mr. Lady, sorry I've been meaning to join the last few streams, but I've been either busy or taking care of Mom. She got a double ear infection. Ooh, that's no fun. I hope she's doing better. On the mend. I know things get miserable when my kids get ear infections, even singular ones. And they don't even do any chores. That have to be taken over. So good luck with that. Hope she's doing well. My goal in life is to make the DM regret having me join the campaign. Listen, Optimistic Pessimist, that is not a good goal in life. You would not be welcome at my table. Oh boy. Unless it's in a good way of like, you're affecting the story so much in a way that he can only sigh and smile. Then that's cool. That's cool. Your mother is turned over now. That's good. That's great. Nimi de lac, welcome. Bonsoir, mes amis. Hey there, space heater. How does a heater work in space? I thought they kind of didn't. Hey there, Smiley Builds. Good to see you again. I always solve the problems in a way that they never thought possible. That is perfectly acceptable. That's perfectly fine. Well, I am seeing 10 o'clock. 10 o'clock. I'm seeing 8:30. Boy. Hi guys, I'm a time traveler. Let's get into the game here. I'm too used to it being Sunday mornings and saying, it's 10 o'clock, look at that. But guys, it is Wednesday. That means it's time for some chores. And the chores today, did I do a little thingy here? Build it tall. Well, we kind of got that, so yep. Chores today is we are going to be doing the smoothening of each of these things. The buttresses, that's the word. That's the word. Buttresses. You heat spaces, not outer space. Heat travels in space. I mean, heat travels as infrared radiation, but like, you know, if you're, you know, as I understand, it's actually quite difficult to cool things in space because heat sticks around. Rhea is here as well, and Ryan Richardson, welcome, welcome. It is Smiley's bedtime while you have a good rest of the night and get some rest. Do we have all the things we need for this work? I believe so. I think I even have the right thing stored in the right pattern stored in the pantograph. So let's go find out. Hey there, Stephen Cook. Hi, Krizar. Hope all is well. All is well, and welcome to the stream and the channel. Let's get up here and see what kind of damage needs to be done here. Did I got all these things, right? Yeah, I did. Okay, cool. So we did the left one of each of these. Okay. Yeah, it's fine. Alright, time to see if it did anything dumb. I didn't! Well, sort of. Let's spin these right around, huh? There we go. We're gonna copy that now. And do this a lot. Hope you guys are ready to hear this sound a lot tonight. Now, once we get all of these in place, I'm gonna copy them down to the opposite, or the sister buttress. And then we'll have to make sure that we rotate each of them. So that's going to be more fun. And we get reminders to hit the like button. Yes, hit the like button. Leave a like. Let the world know that you like me more than Nathan Fillion's Firefly announcement. Which, if you do, I admire your taste. I appreciate your taste. But, oops, no. No. I'm just gonna walk up here and do this, because I can. No, stop it. Stop it. Undo. Picture that. There we go. Where was I? Was here, I think. Okay. Whew. All right. There we go. It is less fun than chiseling all these by hand. I don't know about that. Static Overdose, welcome. Inga Raymond, you missed it, a Firefly announcement? Yes, they're, not to spoiler or anything, the whole remaining Firefly acting group, the main cast at least, got together to announce they are doing an animated show. Primarily to cover, as I understand, the time between Firefly and Serenity. But also they might do some, like, prequel stories or something. It's sort of a, we'll see where the wind takes us. You know, because we're leaves in the wind. The world's narrowest staircase, yep. Hey there, Oak Tree. All right. It's still in Discuti. Do we ever have wind for chores? Sometimes. But luckily, we don't need it tonight. Although, apparently we do have wind. It's near gale, strong gale. I'm not sure why it's not, like, howling up here. Usually it would be. There are times when the game, even if you're playing single player, the wind and the sound, and the wind and the reported weather can be desynced. Yeah, I know nothing's set in stone yet, but it sounds like they're pretty darn far. Nathan Fillion got Disney and Fox's sign-off and got Joss Whedon's sign-off on it, so it sounds like it's mostly down to scheduling. They said they need to find a home for it, which I guess means they need to find some network or streaming service to pick it up. Boop. We have to make some buzz to make it happen? Yeah, exactly. I'm just kind of sad that he was like, oh yeah, go on Instagram and upload this post. I'm like, I don't use Instagram and you can't make me do it. You cannot make me make another meta account. No way. I closed mine down, gosh, at least a decade ago. Hey there, Hazard. What is the world's narrowest staircase? I don't know. This is definitely the world's steepest staircase. Or if you mean narrow from forward to back, then yeah, this is definitely narrow. Wasn't there an announcement about some meta thing folding? I don't know. I think there's supposed to be like a Facebook glasses 2 or whatever. Which I'm so jazzed about. Yeah, so jazzed. They made the tag search the most awful thing. They hate tags for some reason. They're canceling their VR Horizon worlds. Okay. I have zero context for that. I try to stay out of the loop on Facebook stuff, frankly. You guys know me. I'm much more of a, you know, X and Grok guy kind of guy, right? Yeah, that's definitely me. JK, don't don't unsubscribe and leave right away, please. Also, did the music unsubscribe? Or what? I've had my voice in this silly scribble sound and this little shoving sound. Ah, okay. It is time for a hydration break. Sorry, I lied. It was not hydration. It was ethanol. And a meal. There's music. Music blocked me, yeah. How many people know what grok was originally in reference to? You know, I know that it means to understand something. And I know it comes from like the 80s. And at one point I did know, I had read what it was actually from, but I don't recall anymore. Is iPhone treating the folding phone like the only one's doing it? I don't know. I am happy with my way too old Android phone. I think it's going on... gosh, 5 years now? Maybe 6? It's an old boy. Not quite as old as my 23-year-old car, though. Robert Heinlein's Stranger in a Strange Land. Oh, okay. That's where grok was from. Gotcha. Did it have the same meaning in that book? Kalzmar says YouTube is social media, by the way. Nuh-uh. I am rubber and you're glue. Ooh, that was close. Almost beefed that one. You know, if we were doing all of these this way, I'm pretty sure we would burn through this entire wedge by the end of it. We're darn near close. Oh, Dad joked. Leather is great for sneaking around because it's made of hide. But Okay. Okay. And we'll probably finish with this within, I don't know, next half hour or so. At that point, I think it's worth probably working on smoothing out the rest of the walls. Because I want to get, like, get this going on. So, like, these walls going up here, I want them to be as smooth as the bottom walls, which does mean we're going to have some funky lighting issues at a distance, but that's okay. Where was I? Riga has a Samsung A71. How old is that? I'm not familiar with their models. I hate to admit, but I have a TCL phone. It was cheap. Don't at me. It was cheap because China bought me with, they bought my data. Apparently. This was before I knew that TCL was a Chinese company. I definitely trust an American self-manufacturer more. They're more trustworthy. That's for just in case the FBI is listening. But don't tell them I said that. Also, the Dutch municipal elections today. Well, yesterday by the Dutch clock. Also, hey there, Firepit 14. Mouse leather. Alright, this is the last run with the wedge. Oops. Every here and there I double click on it, I don't know why. My finger just decides, let's make extra sure. Oh, the jacket, it's still squeaky. Please install your data anyway. Yeah, you must have missed the sarcasm dripping down my chin there. Hazard. Oh, the warden's here. Patchwork mouse leather. That would be squeaky, wouldn't it? Hey there, Tree 4. Sun Temple indeed. Ah. Okay. Whew. Yeah, so now we hear the wind, now that we're low enough in the world. I don't know why it sort of breaks as we get up high. It's kind of weird. Alright, so we're going to need basically just these two, I think, for now. Let's go ahead and fill you up. Got one meal left, that's fine. Welcome back, Loudon Buck. You and your bananas. You started a thing, you know. An eclipse. I mean, it's a 3 in the morning eclipse, sure. The sound is connected to the ground. Is it kind of like the ankle bone being connected to the knee bone and all that stuff? Alright. Let's just... I guess pick one, doesn't really matter, we're gonna do them all. So here's the thing, we gotta do that. With all of these. Which is kind of irritating. Because if we don't, we end up in a very sad situation. Where looking at the tower from afar, in anything but the brightest sunlight, it'll look real bad. On the upshot, we can kind of just hang out inside this thing. Also you. Yep. I love how you say my name, most rumors put no energy into it. I mean, you've got like 17 or 18 E's in your name. How do they pronounce it? Just tree? It's like they're only saying 2 of the E's in your name. Hey there, Nameless24 and Lily in Black. Welcome back, guys. Good to have you here tonight. Alright, let's sneak our way here. Curse snap. Yep, they just tree hee hoo hee hee. I gotta spin you. Okay. Spin both of you. How many broken ankles so far? From this height, I mean, my ankles are probably the least of my concerns. But so far, 0. I will have you know. Uh-oh. Those are hard to reach. It's not good. I have to sit on this corner. Oh no, that is terrible. Oh no. We might have to do this with the wedge. If it's too annoying. Or deadly, more like. Ooh, that's spooky. I don't like it at all. I don't like it. But I can reach it. I just hate looking down. It's pretty awful. Not gonna lie. I guess the nice thing is that it's kind of easy to tell like where I need to click, because like I can't reach anything except the one. I guess I can reach a few, but like the bottommost one I can reach is the one that I got to do next every time. So that's okay. It's a hidden benefit, a silver lining to the clouds that we're currently inside of. Alright, so I've got to spin you. We need to spin you. Okay, I should fix lighting for those. Ankles ending up around your neck sounds unhealthy. Yeah, it's like ankles around my neck and ankles over there and ankles over yonder. It's a whole mess. Oops. Don't need to show my meal to the stone. It doesn't care about my meal. Hey, it's getting lighter out, so we can still see nothing. Thanks, wind. Burp. Okay. It's my party gift, as in you'll be parted over here and over there and over there. Ankles everywhere is an ore bomb issue. Ore bombs do nothing Ore bombs are so... Well, okay, they're great for ore. Ore bombs do no damage to players, unless they changed that recently. I fail to understand how any of the bombs don't, like, deal massive damage to players and drifters. Hey there, my name may contain A to Z. Been missing the progress, happy to be back. Oh, welcome. Good to have you back. Didn't that happen to SpongeBob? I don't know. I never watched much SpongeBob. Sadly, I found him too annoying to deal with. There we go. Too annoying to watch. Hope you've been well. I've been pretty well. Sometimes sick, sometimes not. I like the not being sick more than the being sick. Sometimes busy. Oops. There we go. But always thinking about desert life. That's for sure. Ask Corizette, she knows. She'll confirm. Oops. And like that. Imagine realistic death standing near a bomb causes you to end up as a bloodstain. If they don't do damage to you, why do you keep your distance? Mostly because they're loud. And because enough of them will hurt you eventually. Alright, it's time for an ethanol break. Okay, made it back. Ethanol sounds unhealthy and chemical. Well, yeah, everything's chemical. Drunk pitch story when. See, I don't actively enjoy being drunk. I like to have a good drink here and there, but like one at a time. One at a time. Unless you mean being drunk in Vintage Story, which makes it impossible to play. Everything being chemical is strangely correct. It is correct. It's also it is my sister-in-law's refrain. She works in the chemical industry, and is a very matter-of-fact person. And she loves to correct people who complain about chemicals being in things. She's like, water's a chemical, you know. And she's dead serious about it too. It's great. A to Z says, being sick sucks, I'm sure. I get it. When stuck on a project, it's always on the brain. Yeah, I just like creating things. You just introduced the missus into the game, and it's been your mutual addiction? Hey, awesome. Great to hear. Oops. There we go. Dude, there we go. And... go. Should be this guy. You meant real life drunk. Ugh. Yeah, I just don't like the feeling. Plus, I often don't sleep well afterwards. I know I'm an old man. The ripe old age of 23. Yeah, that's right. I'm cool and young and hip. 23. Don't believe that. Yeah, sure. Whoops, did it again. Some of it is physics. Well, yeah, I mean, like, yeah. a reaction that is chemical is different from a reaction that is, you know, nuclear, but it's a whole different barrel of monkeys. Chili, 23 years old. Why, thank you. Yeah, definitely. I speak the lingo. I speak jive. Can I reach it? I can, of course. Okay. Yeah, I know all the cool sayings, like 6'7", and I know what it means too. That's right. It's got a deep meaning you wouldn't understand. Dihydrogen monoxide is the most common solvent we use. Indeed it is. And reach. What's this one? It is. Having heard you say 6'7", as my brain do a double take. Okay, the thing is, I don't laugh uproariously when I hear it, right? It's just like, okay. Alright, simmer down. Simmer, class. Chicken jockey, yeah. Alright, there we go. Hey there, Durshep, welcome. Good to see you again. Get some food in our bellies. Get in my belly. See, even saying that probably dates me to being 23, of course. Yeah, that's right. Oops, no, don't do that. No. Easily fixed. That was the random finger double click. Oh, there it is again. Because I'm used to having to click it. Oh, it's because these are pre-chiseled. That's why I keep doing it. Okay. That's a little more special. This is a special case of, like, these are chiseled and most of the rest of them weren't. I swear. We say it way too much in my job and it's driving me crazy. Hearing grown adults in the 30s, 60s say it. I assume we're still talking about 6'7". Are they like complaining about their kids saying it? Reference not found must refer to some vastly inferior piece of software. Yeah, there was a... I feel like I talked about this recently. Might have been on here, but I was watching a linguist who is like he's like a doctorate in English talk about 6'7", and like where it came from and why it is what it is. It's really interesting. Like there's as silly and goofy as those Xers and millennials think that our lingo is, you know, their lingo is just as weird, you know? They say things like leet. They're saying it, not their kids. Well, I meant, like, are they saying 6-7 because they're talking about their kids saying it? Or are they actually saying it, like, unironically? Or are they saying it ironically to get a rise out of you? It's funny that I actually wish we went back to 69 jokes. We had more than 69 jokes. I can count at least 73. What? No. Don't believe it. There we go. Okay, so now we're back on to ones that I have to actually double click. I'll be tying an onion to my belt shortly. I forget, what was that? That was like wasn't that like a fashion statement or something? The onion to the belt thing? What was that from? Like, what was the reason behind it? Are you going to be doing a new series for the new survival update stuff? Maybe. It's going to come down to, do I finish the temple first, or does CarryOn release 1.22 first? I'll give you a hint, which I think is going to happen. 1.22. And I do want to do a guide season after this, though. I would prefer... So one thing that I was disappointed in is that the rivers didn't make it in. And the reason I'm disappointed isn't necessarily because I really want rivers, which I do. I do want the rivers. But, like, the reason that I'm kind of like, should I start a series yet or no? Oops, went the wrong way. Is if I start a new series... I really can't get there, can I? Yeah! Haha. OSHA. Hear me cry. Oh! Gee. Okay, that was... I'm pretty sure I did not slip off the sneak key, but okay. Goodbye, ankles. Back up there. Where was I? So the thing is, if I start a new world in 1.22, and the rivers come out in a later update, then any land that I've generated will not have the rivers in it. Alright, let's get here. Okay. We're safe, he says, while standing on the last nanometer of stone available to him. So, like, if I wanted to then showcase the rivers and how to use them in the early game, I'd need to, like, restart, or, like, regenerate the world and copy all the builds over, which that's probably the most realistic option for that. But the best option is to do the guide season in a version of the game that has rivers. That is the ideal solution. So I might wait till 1.23. I mean, we might just be doing this till then anyway, and it, you know, kind of irrelevant or irreverent, whichever. Oop. Okay, that was definitely. Yeah, I had my pinky mashing down the sneak button. I'm getting some sneak button desync or something. I hope they use Watersheds mod as the inspo for rivers rather than the rivers mod. Oh no, how do I get over there now? Oh boy. Eek! Ow. Rip ankles. Oh boy. I wonder, should I like... Can't even reach those to copy. Okay. It's kind of irritating. And why did it start now, not earlier? I think we're doing a 1.24 guide season. I mean, I will, but hopefully it'll be a continuation of the 1.23. one of the other things to consider, and this is not specific to this guide season, is when is it time to start a new guide season? And I've actually had a lot of questions like that from the very beginning, like back in the first guide season, when it was like kind of getting late in 1.16 and there were a few rumblings of 1.17. People would ask if I was starting a new guide for 1.17, and we really hadn't even touched like a third of the things you could do 1.16. So I was like, nope, we're gonna stay in this. And I think the early game in 1.18 didn't change a whole lot. The impetus for that one being a new season was that there were some issues with getting the Residence Archives to generate in existing worlds, which I think ended up being resolved eventually. We're pretty sure they do now. If you bring like a really old world forward, it'll still generate properly. And Grandpa Simpson rant. You travel to a river containing previously unexplored area and start a new base. So that's the thing, is like, if it's not an opportune time to do that, then I'm not going to. Wait, hang on a second. What? Okay. It looked almost like I had rotated it like on this axis. I'm like, the chisel doesn't do that. So one of the things is that in the new guide season, I want to go back to some inspiration from the first guide season, i.e., not a single monolithic base. I kind of want to do like a through the ages thing, where we do like, here's what you can do in the Stone Age, and make a base that's like a full-on Stone Age base, and then like, here's what you can do in the Copper Age. And when I say base, I just mean like a house, not like a huge temple or anything. I don't know who would do that. It's ridiculous. So we'd have like a Stone Age build, and then we'd have a Copper Age build. No. And then we'd have a Bronze Age build, an Iron Age build, and then probably the Steel Age build would sort of be like the final build for the area. We're talking that's gonna be 100+ hours in, probably, just because guides kind of take a long time to do. We are 300 hours into this. We just crossed that threshold recently, and I mean, we've done boatloads. In the guide season 1, I was in there for over 500 hours, and I don't think we built anywhere near this much. Are we done already? No. Sag. Oh well. Yes, Mom, I'll get back to work. Here's what you can do in the Stone Age. It shows massive cube of wattle and daub. There's actually a lot more you can do in the Stone Age that I don't think people realize. The biggest thing being, you can't chisel, of course. That's like the big difference. And you can't use wood. Really? Or you can use wood logs, but you can't use wood planks and boards for things, obviously. No saw. But I've been tinkering around with Stone Age materials, and like, there's a lot you can do. And it's not just the building. There are mechanics that I think most people don't even bother with until they're in the Copper Age or beyond, that you can do, like animal husbandry. You can actually raise 2 animal types, rabbits and pigs, in the Stone Age. Because apparently other animals just haven't figured out how to eat off the ground yet. I find it odd that you can't at least do chickens too, but whatever. I guess they require the hen boxes. Which is also like, couldn't there be like a low-tech hen box of just, straw or something? Hey there, John KB5SD. Your guide series inspired me to play again. Looking forward to you doing another guide series whenever you do. Cheers. Hey, thank you. Glad to have you here. And Polite One's here. And dispatcher. Welcome, welcome. Log cabin. You can do log cabins too. I don't generally like the look of log cabins in general, but they're, you know, it's an option. I do like wattle and daub though. Wattle and daub give you a nice, smooth option in the Stone Age where you would normally have to wait till you get. Actually, do this one. Spin you, copy you, drop off here, and then we'll do that. Hey, Cameron Graves, good to see you again. You don't need to talk to feed a pig? Nope. You can just scatter on the ground. Both pigs and rabbits will eat like that. The more you know, indeed. Yeah, I learned that pretty recently myself, so you can look forward to me talking about that extensively. Which does remind me, so I was looking more into some of the other changes to the game in 1.22, including the spears. And I think overall, I think Tyrone overdid the spears. I would say overtuned, but actually the problem is he undertuned the spears, because it seems like he's balancing everything against the player getting steel. And steel is a long ways away from the beginning of the game. And I feel like once you get to steel, currently the benefits to steel for anything but armor are kind of, well, okay, for weapons, steel's kind of like, oh, okay, neat. Like, the damage output of steel compared to iron is like, okay, it's like what, 0.25 or 0.33 damage, something really crazy low. What is it anyway? Let's see. Falx. So an iron Falx is 5 hit points. A steel Falx is 5.3. So yeah, 0.3 hit points of damage is piddly. And it still takes you like, let's see, against a Nightmare Drifter, it's still going to be like 5 or 6 swings, I think, if not more. And so I feel like balancing everything against having steel and forcing everything to be less powerful than it is currently, especially the stone spears. Stone spears, guys, are going to suck. They're going to really, really suck. Because right now, let's see, let's take a look at them. You should bounce on iron. I think so too. Hey there, sci-fi guy. Let them in your garden to eat your crops. Yeah, you can do that too. Actually, if you have like extra seeds and it's like close to winter, it's a great way to feed them without wasting anything, because they'll eat the crop, but you'll get the seed back automatically. Which I don't know how, but you do. Hey there, Flan6. Why are you rotating? There's a visual glitch if you don't do that. It's related to the QB Tech Chisel mod. It would sort of look like a real dark line from far away. You want to see guild crops? Guild crops? I'm not sure what that means. But yes, let's take a look. So, spear. Alright, so we have a flint spear. Attack power. Here we go. 5 piercing damage when thrown. This is getting reduced to 3. These guys are 4 damage. They're getting reduced to either 2 or 2.5. I forget which. Which is just like, why even bother? It's going to make early game hunting just such a huge chore. So I really hope that he sees the light. So you, go by the Tyrone, guys. Gently. like a parent, firm but gentle. They're looking at people who are already deep in the games to balance rather than from the bottom. Yeah, exactly. Hey, Ruby Sticks, welcome. Thank you for being here tonight. Keep the riffraff out. Alright, I think this is like the last... No! I grabbed the wrong one. There we go. Yeah, and the thing is, like, even the steel spears are only going to deal, I think, like 7.5 damage or something like that. Or is it 8 when thrown? I don't recall. It's sort of like, why? Like, spears, when you throw a spear, you already have to go and retrieve it when you throw it. And, like, sure, there's going to be some nutcase who, like, somehow manages to quench and temper his way to a 90% extra damage spear. That's still only 19 damage. Like, sure, you'll one-shot most of the lesser drifters. You're still not going to kill a bell or double header in 3 shots. Like, maybe 3 shots. Time to invest in the 3 Sisters of North America. Oh, planting crops together, okay. In blueberries' case, lupins and strawberries provide nutrients and pest control. Interesting. I assume the lupins are the nitrogen fixtures. Or Sean Connery nitrogen fixtures. Had too much of this rusty nail already. Let's go and put some empty crocks back on the shelf. I have a feeling that next week's Chores stream, maybe the week after, we'll have to do some cooking. The balancing is like nerf health instead of nerf the weapons. Nerfing enemy health or nerfing our health? Moving your lupins. I thought lupins were particularly protesting of being moved. They have pretty deep taproots. The balance should be nerfing enemy hit points. Yeah, I mean, if you're gonna lower the damage that the players can do, then yes, you know, nerf the HP. It doesn't matter which one you nerf. It's just one or the other will have the same effect. What are we doing next? I need material. We need some sandstone. Nadstone. Yes. Alright, so we're gonna do, I guess, a few of these. We're probably gonna need more than what I have here. So let's go and let's knock out a few more blocks. Knock those blocks off. I guess I only have these fresh ones here. You missed a lot, Mr. Lady? Yeah, it's been coming along. I'm really having fun with these columns and the ceiling stuff and the walkways up there. I think once we get the tower body done, which will probably be in the next stream on Sunday, we'll make our way back in here and we'll start finishing the design for all this stuff. We'll bring it up to the center here. We'll figure out what we're going to do with this thing. And yeah, we'll make it fit. We'll make it fit. Somehow. It'll fit like a glove. Very small glove on a very big hand. Oh geez, am I O.J. Simpson? He does seem to make this game for tryhards rather than casuals. I think that's true for a combat primarily, although I said I wanted to get more sandstone, didn't I? Let's not talk about orange juice, man. Gonna need... Not you. You! These go so fast, it's ridiculous. Yeah, I might as well just knock them all off. Yeah, and I do feel like the new smithing mechanics, they're cool. I just don't know how much they add to the game as far as enjoyment versus tedium. Like if you're smithing with just charcoal, you're pretty much fine until you get to iron. You don't need a bellows. But you're trying to use brown coal, or you're getting into iron, all of a sudden, the bellows is very important. And it never was that way. I mean, and smithing is already kind of a slow process. So, I don't know what the thought process was there. Because now, if you heat... Excuse me, sorry, I had to mute there for a cough. If you heat steel, let's say you're using black coal, you heat it up to its max temperature, which at this point is kind of like between 10 and 1100 Celsius. He also seemed to have changed how quickly your workpiece loses temperature. It'll still hang out at the temperature you heat it to for a little bit, but it's like half the time, it seems at least. And then I've noticed that swinging your hammer and hitting your workpiece seems to reduce the temperature by an additional 1C every time you do, once it starts losing heat. And that's just... I don't know. I think it's kind of going to be annoying. I hope it isn't annoying, but like if I'm trying to like make iron blooms, I gotta, and you know, go from blooms to ingots to workpiece, and I gotta use like 10 pieces of coal to do that. That's not fun. That's just work. I come here to not work. Oh. We have... Oh, shoot. Ah, right. Okay. So, we do have... We got one more level here. We do still have these guys to do. These need to be sloped as well. But I'm going to do them on Sunday. We're going to do these guys on Sunday. I might just do like one or two, and then leave the rest up to chore streams. It does mean that we need to sneak our way around here. Oh my goodness, too funny. Now we're gonna do a bit of this. So we're gonna do something like this. Maybe I'm even gonna do like this. Oh, shoot. Oh, whatever. I should have grabbed a snap of the block that I mean to copy. But I didn't. Seems they got television on the idea and didn't have someone to rein them in. Yeah. See, where I work, that would be my job. I'm the guy who says no. When someone has a real stupid idea, it's my job to be like, do you know how much it's going to cost you? This maneuver is going to cost you 50 years. You can also, finally, do that. Go. CarryOn does want to make the most realistic sandbox game. Yeah, so my my thing is, I like Vintage Story a lot more than I like the other block games, Terraformercraft. Terraformercraft is... It's a neat idea. I don't ever want to play it. Ever. Can I find the one that I actually did? It wasn't that one either. I think it was this guy. It's like, I play Vintage Story because it's not Terraformercraft. So if Tyron wants to play that game and turn it into it, I don't know what I'll do, honestly. I was reminded of the guy over at BioWare who had to tell the devs they were devoting too much time to a stupid idea re the religion in Dragon Age. I never played much of Dragon Age, so if you have any more details, I'm listening. Hey there, Happy Taco Yes. You're finally home over a stream, and I got so into chiseling a hallway that I almost missed the stream. That'd be terrible. Be awful. Let's see. So right click, oh, and scoot. Here we go. I might actually burn through this pantograph doing all these. Watching it slowly go from yellow to orange on the durability bar there. It was Catholicism, but with a lady as the central figure with a Celtic god's name. Yeah, okay. Was that in, like, the original Dragon Age they did that? Because I did play a little bit of that, but I didn't, like, get far. I'm not sure why, but the game didn't quite resonate with me, and it might have been this. One of the reasons I also don't like Bethesda games too much is that your character had no voice, as I recall. There we go. And I kind of like having these ledges here because we can then maybe, like, plant stuff here or put pots here. So I'm going to keep these ledges and we'll figure out what to do with them. Probably some form of, or some mixture of potted plants and, like, maybe some of those cypress trees. Oh, geez. Oh, we survived. Cool. Neat. I go down gently. Gently into the good night. So it'll be a pantograph. It'll be a cantograph. It's funny, when my sister showed me this game and she told me about it being based off of a mod, the first thing that came to mind was Terraformercraft. And yes, he is. Yeah, I actually watched someone, I forget who it was, but there's someone who normally does play Vintage Story. But they played Oh, that's right. That one's going to be fun. So they're normally a Vintage Story YouTuber, and they tried Terraformercraft, and they were like I watched it and it was like, this does not seem fun. It just did not seem fun at all. It just seemed like tedium. Oops. There we go. Western RPGs go hard into you being the character. Yeah, it's pretty true, I'd say. I feel like some go harder than others, and I feel like the ones that I enjoy are the ones where there is definitely a personality that the character has, but that you, the player, get to sort of have final say. So, Mass Effect, you only have so many options. of like how to respond and how to do things. Witcher, same thing. Like there's still Geralt of Rivia there, you know. But you get to sort of decide how, you know, rough and tumble he is or not. A lover or a warrior or a poet. Geralt's the lover of everything, apparently. If you didn't play the first Witcher, there was a somewhat questionably tasteful, something that was added in questionable taste, where you collect these cards of every character you slept with. They were like collectible cards. I'm like, okay. I played The Witcher in French. The hard G throws me every time. Is his name like Gerard in French? Jerry. That's a game design decision. The game design decision, to be sure. Yeah. I just don't like it when everybody else is voiced and the main character is not. I'm like, where'd my vocal cords go, yo? Oui. Yeah, it's funny, 'cause in English that name would be soft G as well. I actually know a Gerald. It goes by Jerry, so... So it's Jerry of Rivia. Oops, I just do... Oh, that, okay. There we go. Uh-oh. Stuck. Time to break some ankles. Ah! Made it. Oh, it's just like the voiceless main character, except for Link. Yeah, Link is a bit different. One, because there's so little dialogue in those games for the most part that it kind of doesn't matter. Plus, you only ever get to say really short responses, yes or no, or like, yeah, or sword, or whatever. You know, you get very, very limited responses. Which, like, that's fine. That's their style of game. That's not how I would write it if I was making Zelda, but clearly I was not hired for that, so... Alright, ethanol break. Hey there, Hopkirk. Welcome back. Wind Waker Link still has a ton of personality from his expressions. Yeah, that's one thing that I think, makes Link stand out, is that, like, he's still very expressive. Whereas, like, if you... Am I on the wrong level? Should I be up one level? I think I should be. And Link is also canonically, if not mute, he's the silent type. Yeah. Oh, I was looking at the floor, wasn't I? Alright, I'm gonna go down here. Maybe not the express route down. I was looking at the floor, wasn't I? Shoot. I'm a numbskull. Alright, let's get over here. Stop messing around, Kurazar. Here we go. Whew. I just start numbering my tower levels? Yeah. Alright, what do we got here? So you're actually... I'm gonna copy it like this. just so I only have to use the chisel once for each of these. Hey there, #1 sniffer block fan. Oh boy, diagonal building. Yeah, we're doing sort of an octagon. Octagon. Will I fill with churches that get progressively harder the higher I climb? Maybe as a gift to future explorers, but not for myself to deal with. Oh, I was muted this whole time. Haha, silly me. It's kind of zen when I mute. Thanks guys. Alright, there we go. Hi, Corzette. Oop. Always scared when I do that. I became the voiceless main protagonist. How serendipitous, or ironic. You love us and you know it. Absolutely, I do. Actually, it's kind of funny. The voiceless thing is kind of apt for Corazar because one, he's taciturn anyway, as a character in his lore. But at one point he receives a wound to his throat that permanently damages his voice and makes him speak very, very low. Whoops. It makes his voice very, very low and not croaky, but kind of almost croaky, but I don't know. Think like in a more of a menacing way. Not intentionally menacing, just that, it does that. I think I saw this build on the subreddit recently, or Discord. Yeah, I posted a couple update screenshots of this to the Vintage Story Discord. Yeah, if I go mute, it's usually because I have to cough. Then I forget to unmute. You can thank the children for the cough. I'm on week 4 of this Constant slight throat irritation. Like a chain smoker, Apex. Yeah, kinda. Also, hello and welcome. Yes, he speaks mostly like this. It's about the best I can do. Oops. Mute or unmute, I'll watch either way. Why are we doing this in 2 steps, Nuclear Kittens? I guess you must have hopped in recently. So basically, using the Chisel Tech mod causes lighting issues with the blocks because it doesn't update the lighting. We have to smack it with a chisel to do that. I'm interviewing Tyrone tomorrow, which I ask him. Ask him not to nerf spears so bad. Are you actually interviewing him tomorrow? Or are you just being facetious? Alright, there we go. Is he nerfing spears? So, all of these spears below steel are... Well, actually, even steel I think only deals like 7.5 damage or 7.75 damage. Whatever. Might even be less. Whereas currently, the black bronze spears already deal 8. And the stone spears, flint spears will do 3 damage when thrown. Currently they do 5 in this version of the game. So they're losing a lot of potential in the update. Ah, so you are doing it in 8 hours, huh? Your @ doesn't well betray who I am, but I'm afraid to change it. Oh, are you Oscilloscape? No, because I think his... No, you have a different, different icon. Maybe nicely tell him of the criticisms about some of the unpopular stuff. Ask him if we can set blueberry bushes on fire to get larger crops. I don't know. I've never interviewed somebody before. And like I feel like having been in this community for so long, I have a good feel for like the how and the why he does things. I might ask him something like, you know, why Lovecraftian style horror in particular. Not as like why this and not something else. Just more of a why did you go that route? You know. Instead of you know, the greatest horror is humanity itself kind of thing. I don't know. Something like that. I feel like I should now recognize your name. Ask him to add duck calls. Also, hello. Welcome. Mahjong Blonsky. Is that a YouTuber? Since you're streaming, I should ask you how you'd feel about something like a YouTuber SMP. I actually was part of Rusty Gears Season 2. I think, so one of the things that I feel is kind of a weakness of some SMPs, and not just Vintage Story, but I've also watched a lot of like other block game SMPs in the past. I've since recovered. but a lot of them end up sort of feeling like a bunch of different people all playing in the same world, but not necessarily playing together. And so if I were ever to do an SMP, I'd kind of want to model it after Rubik's Raptor, where like it's like a once a week stream, and everybody who's going to take part is, like schedules it so that every week they can be there, or close to every week they can be there to take part in it. I think that's the way to go. Also, like, the way that he has everybody, like, on teams, or at least in like, certain groups, if not teams, really helps facilitate that sort of feeling of actually playing with other people. I feel like a lot of the times they just end up being playing together, separately. I think a Vintage Story SMP would require a ton of management and cooperation with each other. Yeah, I mean, I guess it really depends on the personalities involved. I've done some SMPs with like real life friends, and it went really well. We all like found things to do that we wanted to build in our base, and we had we worked together. We had a singular base. It was a ton of fun. I mean, that was only like 3 of us or 4 of us, but it worked out really well. Depending on how big of an SMP you're talking, that dynamic could change. I think recent seasons of Rusty Gears started getting into that, where they were like, okay, everyone's gonna build in a town here, at least for part of the season. Your issue with seasons, yeah. Another reason to have it be like a scheduled, everybody who wants to be here, you got to commit to being here every week kind of thing, is like, make sure everyone's on when the server's running. That way no one gets left behind like that. Boop. That's what was so hard when you were doing Rusty Gears. So many folks had different hours. It was hard to collaborate. Yeah. Yeah, that's one reason why Per and I were doing a lot of adventures together. We were in the same time zone. And I feel like we were probably, like, there might not have been anyone else in our time zone. It's annoying to log in after a day or two and all your food's rotten. Yep. Absolutely. It's like all that time you spent. It's just like, nope, sorry. Everything would be planned beforehand, and the SMP would be open at specific times. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, exactly. Like, you'd schedule, like, hey, we're gonna play for 4 hours every Sunday at this time. And that's kind of how you just do it. Yeah, we're gonna do just this one column here, I guess. People who are terminally online need to be the farmers and chefs. Yeah, I wouldn't want people to be terminally online. I'd want the server shut down when people aren't playing. Or, what I say, the server should be shut down when we're not scheduled to play. Don't worry, guys. I'm being totally safe about this. Nice to catch you live. Basically, awesome. Hey, thank you. Hey, the Tina King Cannon. You did catch a live stream. There's only like 10 minutes left, though. So you did, but you caught about 7% of one. That fog makes it look like there's nothing there. Very weird. Alright, we're gonna... go. How many angles have I gotten through so far? Quite a few, mostly due to my sneak kept like letting go, and it wasn't me or my keyboard doing it, because I was still sneaking. It would just like sort of make me fall off the block. Probably had to do with being close to chiseled blocks that can cause that sometimes. With SMP, did you ever deal with glory hogs? Or were people pretty chill? No. So the people that I played with in real life, my IRL friends, we're all close friends anyway, and the people I played D&D with, so I knew they weren't going to be like that. And the Rusty Gears folks are pretty discerning and discriminating about who they'll let play with them. When I say discriminating, I don't mean like, you know, the bad kind. I mean like, hey, this person seems chill. They don't seem like they'll be a glory hog, as you put it. And that's kind of their biggest criteria, is that, you know, someone's going to be a team player and not try to hog all the attention. Oops. Selective, yeah, I mean, discriminating can mean that too. Discerning, if you will. A discerning eye. Ocean levels of construction here? Oh, you bet. This is how you use ladders in real life, too. Get your toes all nice and strong. Look at that. Alrighty. No. Okay, whatever. Games are my zen time and people are overwhelming, so I only played on SMP for a short time. I quit when they held my bees hostage to get me to turn my mic on. You found bad people to play with. Was that Vintage Story or the other block game? Alright, I think that should do it. Find out. Yeah, we're good there. Ah, we gotta do that one too. Ah, no. Can we do it in 4 minutes? Let's find out. Now this one's not even gonna require any blocks. We're just chiseling this straight down. They were all extroverts in Vintage Story. They're in the wrong game. This ain't a game for extroverts. You love the more patterns on the diagonal chisel blocks. Yeah, I wish he would I wish Tyron would figure out how to stop that. Something in me suspects a nearly complete lack of LODs. Ooh, wow, there's nothing there. Ooh, boy, that's spooky. Ooh, boy. So it's the one that I just did, right? Let's find out. It is indeed. Okay, cool. So we're gonna go, I guess, here. Yeah. There we go. Alright, so we can't do it in 4 minutes. Maybe we'll do it in like 6. We'll go overtime just for this. It's the wrong way. Because we're just so close. Like, what the heck. Tower looking epic? Well, thank you. Hey there, 90 Bents SZ. Welcome. Your new face in town. Unfortunately, you did pick the wrong moment to join the stream. So we are just about to finish up here. Oh, come on. Go. There we go. We're doing real safe chiseling now. Alright. Burp. So we got this next one. Okay. You just came for the spoilers, just on episode 100. But the tower definitely is not Barad-dur. Ooh, that was close. I almost... Ooh. Almost lost some ankles there, guys. Let's see, copy you. Getting some bird's eyes was a happy treat. Yeah, it's sad there's no whole lot to see today. Because of the wind. The dust storms. And the wise words of Nora Valkyrie, break a leg. There was a scene in... I think it was in Redwall. Where, I'm not sure which Redwall book it was, but there was a scene where someone said break a leg, and one of the, like, the baby moles or whatever had heard that was good luck. So the mole was like, break both legs! It was a pretty cute little kid. Character in a book. Alright, so we're looking at... Come on. This one. Okay. Should be this guy. It is. Alright. Okay. Finally. Dust storms keep the sweeper mucks employed. They do indeed. Once we get down to the level of the farms down there, I'll take another bird's eye view. We might not be able to see much, but we'll get what we can. Very safe descending here. La 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 la. Definitely how my mother taught me to do it. That's right. Alright, let's see what we got. Alright. Yeah, you know, I feel like I want to make some changes. I don't like how it just tapers up there. I think I might want to actually go back up there later, and we'll straighten out that top section a little bit, or the one right below the top. and then we'll be able to, yeah, I think that's what we'll do. We'll be able to have the eight spokes or spikes rather than just the 4. I think that's the play. I do think that's the play. Given some sci-fi vibes like Remnants of Lost Civilization. Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, definitely need some more definition at the top. It's sort of like there's too much of a singular straight line going from this level to the top. So we'll definitely work on that. Probably on Sunday. We'll get the chiseling under at least one of these arches done. And they'll sort of focus on doing some straightening out of that bit up there. That'll also give us some leeway to sort of widen that top bit a little bit, maybe have a little bit more of an aperture at the very top. Put a big sun at the top, add some pumpkin light. Also, hello Genesis, welcome back. Welcome back and farewell. It's a spatial laser weapon. This is the orbital mass driver, yeah. Pew. Alright, gang. Well, it is time, if I can look at the camera again. It is time for me to relax my shoulders. Oh, I lied. There we go. Oh, there you go. Shoulders relaxed. But that's going to do it for tonight, guys. Thank you all for hanging out tonight. Had a good time seeing all of you in chat. And look forward to Sunday when we will be doing more of the same. More tower building, more temple building. And probably expect in like a week or two, we'll go back inside and we'll be doing sort of a return to some of the indoor bits. But folks, that's going to do it. As always, my name has been Chores. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.